me up online. Hello everybody, welcome to Martin Live FB. And apologize for today. Usually we normally do this at 11 a.m. but there was some other urgent matter. So today with me, I invited Zach as to be my co-host to really talk about what's happening on our weekly stock market review. And we have a very exciting program for you here today. And we will be looking at a couple of stocks and also looking at a few last week's stock pick and also the news headline and free must-see stocks for you to look at before you buy next week. So those are the program that we have, and we're very happy to have my fellow Zach here.
Yeah, hello everyone, this is Zach. Together with Martin today, I'm going to review some of the stock from our participant or members. And of course, today also I'd like to show you two case study based on our stock trade ideas.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to go on to here. What we want to show you is the agenda that we have today on our Friday 17th of February, August 2018. Now we're going to be looking overall the KLSC market, STI, and also Hang Seng US Dow Jones, but not forgetting the news headline that we have, the usual one that you can get it from my blog is martintfwong.com. So definitely the headline today just came out a couple of seconds ago is the Malaysian GDP figure second quarter 2018. We had the slower growth to 4.5% GDP on year to year based on supply disruption in here. But that also explains why we have the bullish run that we see in the KLC small and mid cap sector, which we'll also look at. The China and US trade war continue to ease us, and there are talks that the meeting is this month end, okay, this August month end in here, and foreign funds are flowing. Okay, earlier on we had that foreign funds flowing, but I'm going to go through some of the charts here and so review of the stock that we have last week. All right, so that's the program that we have for you for our live FB weekly Friday at 11 a.m. but today we're just doing it at 3 p.m. All right, okay, now let's go through the usual market that we have. Again, I will look at using my trading view and just to show you where the chart is. Okay, and let's see. Now this is what we have on STI on Straits Time, but I'm going to show you one reason why the KLSC in TradingView don't have the volume. So I'm just going to go to the KLSC FKLI, okay, the futures chart, okay, which let me just get it here. Okay, there you go, and we look at the current month. All right, current month. Now these are the VSA system in here, and you can also look at 30 minutes in here. There are some opportunities coming up in here. We have a nice base support, but I'm not going to go into those. Those again, for just an idea for you, you can actually trade the KLCI using the VSA chart in here. Now we're going to look at it is the daily chart that I want to draw here. Now definitely first thing I want to do, let me just get this up, is to able to draw my charts here. And this is my point. So we have a nice support here. All right, so this support currently is doing rather well, which is around 1770. All right, definitely have a resistance here, okay, which is this 01 here too, the resistance, okay, at I would say 1800 to 1810. So these are the two. We have a nice support in here. The good thing is the green heat zone is still there. Okay, the green heat zone is still green. So that means the trend is still turning long. All right, trend is turning long. So this is the KLCI, and that's quite important too, because we want to have the green heat zone to be continued. Now what we don't want to see is the breakdown in here. Definitely the volume is diminishing, so that's a good thing. So when you come to the support, all right, normally we have things that come to the support. We want to see lower volume. All right, lower volume is important, so we maintain this lower volume in here, so you're able to so-called produce the support that we really needed. Now what we're likely to see if this market is were to move sideways a few bit more, and then we see what. Well, we're going to go on to the next chart, but let me take a picture of this, right? And then I will save this because I'm going to post this to our Facebook. Okay, Facebook just for you. Let me just save this. So let me just put that KLCI 17 August 2018. Okay, so normally we does this so you can really follow up from where we have. So the next chart, let me just erase this. I'm going to show you okay, the FBM. All right, the small cap stock. Now, those of you who have TradingView, our members, you will get this by end of the month. Okay, you can look at the small cap stock, but again, there's no volume. I will try to make a possibility attempt to get volume for the TradingView. Right? I will write to the TradingView to get this, but definitely you can see, overall, what has been great is the green zone here. Okay, let me just write this down here again. This one is the, let me just catch this first. This is the KLCI small cap. Okay, so we are turning green zone here, which is really, really positive. The green heat zone. Okay, so that means, and this is where the market, sort of collapsed all the way down here from February all the way to May. We did see a bit of attempt, but the market collapsed again, and then only just 2 bar market collapse. But overall from February all the way to what we see almost mid-July. Okay, mid-July, and then August we see that. Now, if by any luck August, we might see August all the way to September based on the green heat zone that we will continue. Now, some people may ask me about this green heat zone. Now, on the notice board that you see on the left side of the screen, there will be a public technical analysis workshop on the 25th of August. So if you have time, do register for that, and that's something I will really explain to you how our VSA system works. But bear in mind, typically green zone we want things to be buy. So you can see here, this one, the green zone, which is good. We've been going through a red, okay, heat zone. Now we see a green heat zone, and that's going to be positive. Look at this. This is very, very nice. But the only thing missing again is the volume. All right. So you can see this market is attempting to break out, and if you see a possibility of what we call a line change, right? And that means the market's going to go higher. So just take note of that one. Again, I would save this first. So for the benefit for our members who is going to look at it later. Okay, this will be the small cap, 17 August 2018. Now, all right, okay. So that's what we have so far. Let me just, all right. So that's what we have for you on terms of the KLCI market. Okay. Okay. Let me just save this first. Okay. I believe I did that already. I'm gonna exit. Yes, that's right. Okay. So that's the KLCI market that we have, and really more importantly, now we're going to be looking at the Singapore market in here, because many of our members are also looking at Singapore. So let's turn our attention now to Singapore. All right. So just erase that. Okay. Now, if you look at the Singapore index, this is the Singapore index, right? One of the things that we don't like so far is the new heat zone. Okay, the heat zone here. Now, again, when we go back, this is the STI. Right, we did talk about the China-US trade war, which is happening now. Is this a possibility anticipating a downtrend move? We don't know, okay? But what from the VSA system is telling you, this now we have to move with very caution, because we have the red heat zone just turning. And we have the green here where we anticipate the market to go up, but the market broke down. Now we are seeing the red heat zone for STI. That not so good compared to the KLCI in here. So the STI now, the market is likely to retest back. Okay, we're going to call retest the old support, which is around 3,200 level. So the other thing is that if we are in the red heat zone. Okay, so that's one thing which is, in my opinion, is not so good. Later on, Zach will be covering some of the stock review that we have, as well as also looking at the case study that based on our stock trade idea that we have done in the past. Do check us out on the martintfwong on the stock trade idea as well as the trade result, which turns out will be very, very good. Okay, let me just save this first again. Now next we have, let me just erase this, is Hang Seng, which I will go through very quickly. Right, before we move on to Dow Jones. Now this is Hang Seng again. You can see ever since the market broke through here all the way down, right? And the what we call the red heat zone, which is a proprietary of VSA system, the TradeVSA system, but now available on the TradingView. You can see this continued to be a downtrend, and the main way we all say this is likely, what we call a stage 4 markdown. Okay, stage 4 markdown. So this is likely to continue before we see some sort of improvement. Not so good for the Hang Seng market. Okay, again, this is affected by the US China trade war. Okay, so we have to live with that for the time being. So let me just save this again. Okay, Hang Seng, that's 17 August. All right, and last but not least, let me just erase this, is the Dow Jones. Okay. Now Dow Jones, one thing is better. It has the green. It has a green heat zone, and also all the SOW is in place because of the volume. Okay, definitely we want to look at it. Yesterday was what we were looking for in our members, and we have a nice spring here. Okay, nice spring. It touches the 50-day moving average. So on the Dow Jones itself, this market is continued its nice bull trend. Okay, bull trend. Right, bull trend, and we have a spring bar with complements with a stronger. Okay. Not really a line change. One of the reasons why is because you didn't see the market really close up to the top here. All right, we haven't seen a close up to the top. There's a stronger rebound. We just can say it's a stronger rebound. Okay, so that's remained to be good, but it has taken up the old high. Let's see tonight where this market is heading. That'll be great. So let me just keep this. The Dow Jones. Okay, let's look back at our agenda here. Let me just quit. Okay, and so we done the market outlook out from here on the shorter time frame. So it does look like, in summary, KLCI may poise for up movement. The Hong Kong and the Singapore, due to the close relationship between them, tie back to China, we might see the trend is turning red. But US market is simply looking to go higher, and that's to me a very, very positive move in here. All right, now let's go through just a quick scan of our headline that we have in here. The KLCI today is up 6.5% here, which is very wonderful in here. The Singapore market, we are seeing rebound up 11.4%, and Hang Seng is also up 153 points. Okay, this is where we and again, every week we will try to review back the favorite fund manager portfolio. So you could see this one here simply is, ever since we launched this somewhere in July 30th, when we start to collect, you can see the trend is really going up, and some of these are double digit. Now we got only 2 small losses. Now for those of you who are new, the favorite fund manager is set up by our analysts to really look into companies that has fundamental and also have good technicals to go in. So typically when we see a lot of what we call a line change or no supply, which my colleague here will talk about a little bit more, and that's the one that you want to be able to go in and buy. Those are our VSA signal in here. All right. The AI team has down a bit more. The SGX is also down because of Thai beverage, the general election portfolio, but the GE14 recovery has done pretty well too, up 8% since April, just before the election, and it's one of those stocks we talk about, done pretty well. Okay, so that's what we have. Now let's look at the news. Certainly something we want to see, and you can see Turkey, the emerging market economy, been swimming naked at high tide here, inequality. But the news that really caught my eye is the investor got spooked by the emerging markets when the American slapped a big tariff on Turkey, and Turkey lira plummet, and all the emerging markets all really simply got affected by that. And this is, you can see this news inside here. Do share them, but the implication, does it affecting emerging markets like Malaysia? Definitely not what we have seen to the Singapore, Hong Kong. Yes, it is still continuing a downtrend, but for the Malaysian market it is not. We are not affected by that because I think foreign fund flows are coming in, which I'm going to talk about it very quickly here. You can see the foreign funds flows since 8th of August we did see some flowing, but the last 4 days has been net selling in here. Okay, so this one here, I'm just going to enlarge this. You can get this from the Malaysian stock.biz, but what we are looking for is the trend. Okay, the trend here on the daily net movement. The net selling by foreign funds is simply sort of around on the negative side. Not too much be concerned. The concern is when they break below and start to sell heavily on 300 to 400 million net. There was a huge buying on the 8th, that's why they had 220 million. And this continuous selling maybe is responding to also the US-China trade war and also the Turkey lira. There's a lot of concern that people are saying, look, is the Turkey contagion going to spread to Malaysia? So far from the chart, we have not seen it yet. And it may not, based on the GDP growth that we talk about, not the good one, not fantastic one, but definitely 4.5 is something I'm quite happy to be with. All right. So on the next on our item, we will be looking is the stock review that we have. Okay, now last week I hope some of you had gotten into some of these stocks that we have inside here. Let me just bring this up again, right? Which I will go on to our charts here, which is the 10th of August, right? Let me see it here. Now in order to access it, you can go right to the bottom of our website. There's a trade idea and a trade idea results. Now what it simply means, trade idea results are those that we close those trade idea portfolio after 2 months. One of the reasons why is because we believe through our back testing, holding it for a period of 2 months, it's good enough to have a short-term trading. Now again, we will talk about this in our free workshop on the 25th of August about those strategies in here. Now the other one is the trade idea that we have, right, which is the 10th of August, and this is what we have. The market made about 4%, which is not bad after just 3 days, right? And you can see here, perhaps I'll get my colleague Zach to talk a bit more about 18-day line change and no screener on our VSA trade. Zach, perhaps just share something what you can talk about the line change.
Yeah, basically line change, for example, if you some member that following us very closely, last week you can notice there's we pick up home risk corporations. Actually, home risk corporation, we picked it up from 18LC screener, where we have a very nice breakup after a period of accumulation. So usually on 18LC, we are looking on the breakout bar, but of course we take the volume into consideration as well. Yeah.
Okay. Now you can see some of these are the formula, okay, that we use to pick or for this stock trade idea. You can see the minus screener and the 18-day line channel supply. All this, if you look back on our trade idea result, of course not all of them make money, but it has been rather interesting result as well. It's quite profitable too, coming in from April when they start tracking. One of the reasons why we want to showcase that a lot of our stock picks does do very well. I think later on we'll give you a summary on our so-called what we call scorecards, how well we have done in our stock pick. I would say we are quite proud to announce and very happy to. Of course, next week we'll come back and look at this 17th of August stock pick. But we can go back to last week, okay, 10th of August. This is the 3rd of August. We were in negative territory, right? If you look back, and one of the reasons why is because we have Win Wave, which is a Hong Kong stock. Now remember, Hong Kong stock took a big beating in there, and that's for down 5%. But JB Food is up 3%, not too bad, which is 2 weeks ago. And there's nothing much on that time. 27th of July is up 0.5%. This one here, 20th of July, we have on the negative territory. Just go through all of them, and you can see out of those stock picks, despite the market heading lower, it's partly is because we have Supermax, which is down 7%. And remember, in the technical workshop, we would like to show you some of these don't have to be huge negative territory, right? And one of the technique we use is very simple: let the profit run, cut your losses fast, and we're going to show you how to do that. All right. So what we have now, let's go back to the stock trade idea, and this is our next week's stock pick, right? And this is Zach. We'll be talking about the Excel Force, JCY, and the list there. Okay, we have the list over in here. But perhaps I'm going to go through now is the stock that we have for next week, 20th of August, using VSA system in here. All right. So if you look here, we go to MPI. Okay, MPI
3867.
Okay. We have the number there.
3867.
3867. 38. Okay.
Oh, sorry, 3867.
3867. That's right. 3867. Malaysia Pacific in here. And let's look at the formation of the pattern. Really nicely done. You can see we have a test, a line change, classic one. Volumes coming in today is still up. So that's a nice one, Malaysia Pacific. I think next one is Unisam. Okay, Unisam.
5005.
Okay, just type that one. Okay. So Unisam here. Whatnot, really nicely done. Also line change, and guess what? The green zone just turned green, right? That's a real good one in here. Market was in the red and then start to turn green, so that's a good one. Next week we'll come back. Next one in Singapore is BS8. Okay.
B56.
Okay. B56. No, it's BS66. Let me just get that. Okay, BS6 is YZL. Again, this one we have a line change, market breakup coming down, but the volume here is low. But again, green zone. We always want to think to be buying on green zone. So something we're going to talk about the workshop. Look at this. Market came all the way down, all the way down, all the way from 150, and now it presents a very good opportunity about 106 for YZH, which is in our Singapore. And last one is Hong Kong. It's called Cosmo. All right, Cosmo, which is
120.
let me see, what number is it? 0120. Okay, there you go. Cosmo International. This one just turned green, and it is on no supply. All right. Now, no supply, again, one of my favorite patterns to trade on. No supply is one of the formulas that we use to make very good returns. So keep in mind, if you're interested to purchase the VSA system, check out on the description on the left hand side, and do contact us too. All right. So here we go. What we have, this is a nice one. So let's look at the agenda now. Right, so we've done our stock pick for next week 20, and we will be tracking it for this week. Now I'll pass on now to my fellow colleague here, Zach, to talk about the stock review that he has, and I'll pass on the floor to him. All right, Zach.
Okay, thank you, Martin.
So let me just bring this up for you.
Okay. Okay, so I got 3 stocks to review from member for me. Now, if let's say some of participants from Facebook, you wish, if you want to have some stock for us to review, please comment below. So I will cover shortly. Okay, so the first one that I have for stock review today is Excel Force. Okay, I think this is by our member Jessica. Okay, so basically, okay, on the left hand side here, what we can see there's is a sell off. Okay, there's a sell off over here. Let me bring the pens up. Okay, we see there's a sell off over here. Okay, causing there's a gap, but look at the current pattern that we have. We can see there's a lot of line change. Okay, maybe I bring a highlight it. Okay, we can see line change with higher volume is coming, which means now smart money are participating in it. And notice on the left hand side here, we got a lot of narrow spread bar on the accumulation level with lower volume, which means smart money currently is accumulating the stocks. Okay, from June, July, and now to August, they start to push up. So no doubt currently this stock is forming a very nice formation. And recently, these 3 days of 15, 16, 17, we see this narrow spread bar again. So for those members who attended Martin course before, I believe this is so-called cluster of closes, a very classic VSA trade. So definitely for Jessica who haven't gone into this trade, this is one of a very nice trade currently from Excel Force. Okay, so the second stocks I have is Jcy International. Okay, Jcy, as you can notice from here also, form a very similar pattern, just that over this breakout you have very nice stage 4, okay, markdown stage. But look at the volume again. The volume starting to pick up. Okay, let me highlight again. The volume start to pick up, and then we have very good widespread bar, and then followed by a very successful pullback. So again, a very low risk trade. Okay, for I think this is from Jessica as well, our members. Okay, if you haven't gone into this trade, today again form another narrow spread bar with low volume, which is a very low risk trade. You can place your exit just below this bar here, 0.32, and enter in current price is 325, a very low risk trade. Okay, so Jcy, another good setup. And the next stocks I have for member is MYEG. MYEG, nothing much. The patterns is not as nice as Excel Force and Jcy, but you have a very nice accumulations periods currently. We saw 2 uptrusts, which means weaknesses still there. But no doubt one thing is currently it move nicely on the support level. Now what we want to see that is that before smart money push up, we want to see few sign of strength, preferable test, spring, and NS. So if let's say you see spring, test, NS, then that's the place that you want to buy and put your stop loss just below the bar. So currently for MYEG, definitely I will go for Excel Force and Jcy rather than MYEG, unless I see some sign of strength coming out from these charts. Okay, but anyway, it's a very nice accumulation now with narrow spread bar. Okay, I think we got some stocks to review here from Facebook. I got from our member also, Sylvia. Anju 6556.
Okay, good.
Yeah, looking good. Again, Martin, I don't know whether you agree, but this is quite similar with Jcy also.
Yes.
Okay. On the left,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
On the left hand side here, you can see this is a markdown, and then volume again. You see the volume coming up with widespread bar, successful pullback. Now market continue to go to stage 2. So if Sylvia, you haven't entered for this trade, yeah, currently is we see line trade, and today we form a test bar already. Okay, so if let's say successful test, then yes, you can enter for Anju, a very nice trade with a very good pattern. Martin, has something you want to add on for?
Yeah,
Andrew?
one of the things I do notice with this is the market is breaking above the 50-day moving average, and you have volume coming in. This market hasn't really picked up and pushed up yet. I believe undue resources going forward, if they do make some sort of announcement, now check out their next earnings, quarterly earnings that they have. Do that timing together, and that will definitely help you a lot in your portfolio. All right, so that's important to know.
Okay, so next I have stock review from Hong Lee, okay, for VIX Dynamics. 0120. Okay, VIX Dynamic, a very nice option stocks. Okay, now this what I can look from the background, very strong background. Okay, markets are volumes coming up on left hand side during June. Okay, which means over this period over here, smart money has already accumulated the stock from the stage 4. Now trend has reversed, going back to stage 2. Currently, I can see this is a very nice support. Let me draw the horizontal line so I can see the support. Okay. Okay. You can see this is a breakout on high volume. Breakout on high volume, usually we pretty like it in VSA because usually this is evidence of smart money. Okay, try to push up higher, and then you can see low Dow bar with lower volume. So currently we can see from, let me zoom in for VIX Dynamic. Okay, today again we have a test bar with low volume. So let's say the next day up bar, which means this is a confirmation of test, then yes, why not? Currently still holding pretty well in support level. You can exit somewhere below 65 cents, a very low risk rate from VIX Dynamic. Okay. The next we have also from Sylvia CCM. Okay, CCM. Okay, CCM, lucky or not, Sylvia is currently at the red zone. Okay, downtrend. We have a downtrend recently from June to August. Of course, in overall, we still supported at this level, 1.17 level. We recently see this spring bar, okay, and then price just go back up. So looking at this currently, we of course we prefer to, if let's say, turn to the green bearish zone before we trade. Okay, no doubt volume is coming up, but we still prefer to see more sign of strength, and it turns to green zone, then we only enter for these trades. Okay, to ensure there's participation from smart money. Okay, and then the next one I have is Perdana Petroleum for low.
Wow, this is very low.
I think this is a huge drop, is it?
Yeah,
okay, I need to zoom in. Okay, or maybe I remove the. Okay, we remove the 200-day and 50-day moving average just to see the charts, the bar. Okay, that's better. Okay, lucky or not, currently these stocks is still in the downtrend. Okay, downtrend, and it's supported very well over here at 0.18. Yeah, 0.18, and we would like to see more volume coming in with widespread bar before we trade. Okay, because this is overall is still in downtrend. Okay, we prefer to have line change before
you
we
can switch to a weekly chart for this one. You will notice this is still pretty much under long accumulation that we have, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think this is just newly IPO early for this year, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
No,
Okay.
there's something with the chart base. This is from December last year.
Yeah, December last year. So
Yeah, last year.
overall still in downtrend based on weekly charts. So not much age for us as a trader using volume spread analysis.
Yep.
Okay. So any more stocks from the participants? Okay.
All right. Well, if you have any stocks, do let us know, and I'm going to get Zach to. But I just want to do a real summary of where the market it is right now that you see. Currently, our market, like today, we have announcement of the second quarter 2018 at the 4.5 GDP, which is a much slower growth with that. But we have already seen from the KLCI, a lot of the foreign funds already sort of came in, and some are trickling to offset it, leaving. But that has also pushed the small cap stocks to breaking higher, as well as the KLCI first testing around 1800, which is the resistance, but now still supporting around 1770. Singapore as well as Hong Kong continue to be on the red heat zone, so that means some downtrend is expected. The US market still looks good because it's above the green zone and testing the old high too. Now going forward next week, what do we see? We see likely the KLCI will test higher a bit more in here, and some of the stocks trade that we talk about today, I think MPI will be interesting to see. Right now, remember early on my Facebook, I did ask for who would like one stock counter that's ready to move up. So go onto that post, click like, and I'll PM you that special stock that you have. So I'll just keep that for you. So this announcement, we wish to inform you that we will give you that stock before the market close. So make sure you get in before anything else. Maybe tomorrow it will start to break out. All right. So if you have any stock, do click on to the chart. Do let Zach know. All right. And that's one thing we would like to have. So that's good. Okay. Okay. So if you have any more questions, we are happy to be here to answer you. Any more stocks to look at?
No, Martin.
All right. Any more stocks to look at? All right.
No from the
Okay, no more participant in here. So we hope you enjoy this live FB. Share this link of this webinar into your friends and families, and hope they will also benefit like many of our members which has done so. So with that, we end our session today in here. We're very happy in here. So go on to the Facebook, to my post, and click like, and I will post you that stock. So we keep it as a very secret, a special surprise for you too. All right. Okay. If you make money, good. Just tell your friends. If you don't, put your stop loss to the instruction that I'm given to you. And right. And next week we will perhaps come and take a look at that stock, however we have done. So with that, I end our live FB. I'll see you next week again. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. See you next week.